I have nothing left to lose, y'all. Literally, all I have left is me. Okay? And when I'm not here with y'all, I am going to be absolutely present with the Lord. I know that. I know that. I know whenever I leave this place, I'm going to heaven. So I'm not leaving. There's nowhere for me to go. There is no love anywhere for me to go. I would leave here a place where I have my peace, where I actually, if I'm surrounded by enough love, and I'm protected from all the hate, all that hate that exists in the world. I'm tired of, I'm not about to be around my wicked, evil, hateful family. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to be around wicked, evil, hateful, jealous, envious people in the city where I'm from or the town where I'm from. I'm not doing that. And I'm not going to some strange land where I'm not comfortable trying to flee. I'm not going to be stuck on the interstate. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just going to be right here in Tampa. Right here in Tampa. Am I afraid? I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid.
We have parts of North Carolina that'll never recover. This Category 5 is going to be so catastrophic that most of Florida might not be even habitable after this.
If you're not convinced by now that we are living in the end times, then I'm not sure what else would convince you. I mean, God cannot make it any more clear than he does in Luke 21:25. And there will be signs in the sun, in the moon, and in the stars, and on the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Every single thing right here.
There is a meteor shower coming called Draco. Now, if you look at this constellation, it is literally a dragon.
2024 is going to be very chaotic. It's going to be weird. There's some weird movies coming out. How many of you guys saw the recent movie Leave the World Behind? Anybody saw that movie there? Oh, okay. Yeah, you know all these. Am I watching a movie or is this a documentary realistic thing? And then I'm seeing Mark Zuckerberg just spent $100 million building a house in Hawaii with a nuclear bunker. What does he know that the rest of the world doesn't know about?
First stage was isolation. Disable their communication and transportation. Make the target as deaf, dumb, and paralyzed as possible, setting them up for the second stage. Synchronized chaos. Terrorize them with covert attacks and misinformation. Overwhelming their defense capabilities, leaving their weapon systems vulnerable to extremists in their own military. Without a clear enemy or motive, people would start turning on each other. Done successfully, the third stage would happen on its own.
What's the third stage?
A coup d'etat. Civil war.
Iran fired nearly 200 missiles at Israel, and Iran claiming that nearly 80% of their missiles hit their target. And we don't know if that's true, but we do know that Israel, Palestine, and Jordan were all hit with Iranian missiles. At least one person reportedly was killed in the attack, with it being reported they were in the West Bank and they were originally from Gaza. Also, the Jordanian Air Force intercepted Iranian missiles in coordination with the American and Israeli Air Forces. U.S. naval destroyers also intercepted missiles. You've got National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan saying Iran will face severe consequences. He also said the attack was defeated and was ineffective. Meanwhile, the Iranian leader tweeted out victory from God and victory is near. And this as Israel says Iran will face a harsh and painful response. One official is saying it will be unlike anything we've known until now, while another said they will strike powerfully tonight. And this after last week, Israel warned Iran saying, if you strike us, we will strike you. There is no place in Iran that the long arm of Israel cannot reach. You also have the US saying Iran will face severe consequences. Also, Iran says it alerted the US and Russia through diplomatic channels right before they attacked. They've also reportedly told the US that they don't want war, but the US State Department denies that they heard from Iran at all.
On another issue, on the other side of the world in the Middle East, it's our understanding...
I'm going to stick with this.
What's that?
I'm going to stick with this subject, but go ahead.
Well, it's just the fact that Israel may be now launching a limited operation into Lebanon. Are you aware of that? Are you comfortable with their plan?
I'm more aware than you might know, and I'm comfortable with them stopping. We should have a ceasefire now. Thank you.
Do you expect Iran to retaliate?
On the hurricane, Mr. President, why weren't you and Vice President Harris here in Washington commanding this weekend?
I was commanding. I was on the phone for at least 2 hours yesterday and the day before as well. I command. It's called a telephone. All my security.
The federal relief and assistance that we have been providing has included FEMA providing $750 for folks who need immediate needs being met.
Now, this is not Hurricane Milton because it hasn't even touched down yet. I don't even know what category this hurricane is, but just look at it. You know, and these are the recent things that have been going on in America and all across the world. There's been several catastrophes, but of course in America we get that firsthand news because it's happening close to home. Even if you don't live in the area, I'm pretty sure you visited, thought about it, wanted to go to Disney World, or maybe even have family there. This is a time of just great stress. I encourage people to pray, stay vigilant, understand that the things that have yet to come will come. And God's promise is his word. He has never lied nor deceived. But certain things must come in order for the new to come in. Once again, I pray for all of those that are being affected by this horrific storm after just facing another one, Once again, I just encourage you all to stay vigilant, be repentant of your sins, confess it to the Lord, and accept him into your heart. As the time is growing nearer, when no more will it be in us.